Okay, this is going to be a short class that uses a band for resistance training. It also is going to have some body weighted, a little bit of cardio to get your heart rate up. So we're going to start with that first. We're going to start with marching on the spot. Okay, just getting loosened up. Also, this workout doesn't take much space. I'd say the length of one mat is all the space you're going to need. Okay, let's take these marches a little bit wider. And you just want to do something for about 1 to 2 minutes, just to bring that heart rate up, increase the blood flow. And then we're going to get into some quick dynamic stretches. When we're stretching, we want to make sure we work from top to bottom. Okay, so let's slow those feet down. And let's start with our head, just looking side to side. Okay. Now, these could also be done seated. Okay, last one. Good, keep that head to the center now. Let's tilt the head from side to side. Again, maybe noticing if one side of your neck is stiff or not. And you want to do this until it feels normalized, or again, about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Okay. And the last way to move the neck, of course, flexion extension. So we're going to look up gently, and we're going to look down gently. So with this one, just not to those sort of extreme ends for either direction. Just like you would look up to get something off the ceiling, and then you'd look down at the floor. Feeling clunky or it's feeling stiff, again, moving a bit slower, increasing the range as it feels right. Good, return that head. Let's roll the shoulders. You can start small, or you can start to send the elbows further away. Soft knees, a straight spine. Good. Let's change that direction. Let's take it the other way. This is a great short workout for when you're on the go. Let's take one more circle. Good. For torso, there's a couple things I like. I like this one here. We're going to side bend. And again, we want to keep it dynamic. So I'm starting small, and then each round, maybe going a tiny inch further with my fingertips down the side of my leg. Good. Switch sides. Good. Letting that breathing guide you. I like to take a big breath in when my ribs are expanded here at the side, and then return back up. We should do about one more. Good. Now let's make our arms like a genie, and let's do a couple twists. So this should be felt in the waist, into the low back, maybe down your hips or down to your knees. Should never be uncomfortable though in any spot as we twist. If it is, then again, reduce the size of that twist, relax the shoulders down. I missed one with the shoulders that I always love. So let's do that next. Let's take a big breath in, open the arms, look up. Exhale, catch your back. So from the side, it's a big breath in, a little look up, and an exhale where we really round the back. So this is a really important one to do for fronts of shoulders and chest, as well as really for the whole spine. Let's do one more big breath in the nose and exhale. Good. Let's stretch out that lower body, shall we? Start wider feet and just alternately bend the knees. This one's a nice, again, dynamic stretch. The words dynamic and active are kind of used interchangeably when we talk about stretching. It just means the body is in motion for these stretches. We're not tending to hold one way or the other. Again, getting some knees, getting a little bit of work into the ankles. And then sometimes I add this. I just add a gentle reach down. It might help you stretch out into the low back. It's also really functional. You would bend down to pick something up, possibly. Let's do one more. Good. Okay. And the last little bit here, we're on the floor, a couple ankle circles. Or ankles always get forgotten about. If doing it on the floor like this is weird or uncomfortable, you can always just pick the foot up. So put your hand on a wall to balance, then change the direction. About 30 seconds on each foot. Bring the blood flow there, get rid of any stiffness in the joints. Good, and then we'll try the other foot. Good. And the other direction if you haven't already turned it. So we have warmed up now. All major joints of the body from head to toe. We're going to get right into picking up that band. I'm going to take you through a little list. I think the list has about 7 or 8 exercises on it. We're going to go through that set twice, okay? So the very first one I'm going to ask you is to stand on your band. You're actually going to stand on the band for the first 2 exercises in a row. Now, it depends on how long your band is. Today, my band is actually quite short. If I try to stand on it with 2 feet, it's going to be really hard for me to lift up. So I'm going to go for 1, but maybe your band is longer. Maybe it has handles. You might be able to stand on it with 2 feet, okay? We're going to start with an upright row. This is for upper back, neck, and shoulders. You're going to zip up an imaginary jacket up the middle. Good. So if I turn to the side again, my back is really straight. And I'm zipping up. Pulling from the shoulders. 5, 6. Good. 7. We're going to go for 10 reps here. 8, 9, and 1 more. 10. Now, if you like me, standing on with 1 foot, I'm going to suggest switching the feet. Okay? So we work our balance. And we're going to change it so our thumbs are sticking straight forward. Okay? And we're going to bicep curl it now. So these first 2 exercises are anchored by the foot. One gets shoulders and upper neck. And this one, of course, getting those biceps. My elbows are close to my body. My knees are both softly bent. Again, this one could be done and seated at a chair if we needed it to be. 9, and 1 more. 10. Now we do 2 what I call single arm exercises to balance out those biceps. We head to triceps. You're going to drape this one over your shoulder like a sash. Whatever shoulder you have it on, that same arm is going to secure it there. And then whatever tail end you have sort of by your waist, you have it here. And then I imagine plugging it into a seatbelt. It's like clicking your seatbelt down. If I turn to the side, you're going to see that it is all about the tricep, the back of the arm muscle. 6, and I'm blowing out as I do it. 7, 8. This is a great one for triceps because the shoulders are down. 9, 10. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We toss it over the second shoulder. Whatever side it's on, you secure it right near your collarbone, and then you plug the seatbelt in. 10, 2. Good. 4. And if this is too easy, all you have to do is move that hand up, keep going. Now all of a sudden it's got a lot tighter, harder for me to press down for the last 3, 2, you can see it's shaking actually, and 1. Okay, our second single arm exercise is the bow and arrow. So I want you to imagine your left hand is holding your bow, your right arm is up holding that imaginary string, and you're going to pull it back, let it return, pull it back, let it return. You can even take a little lunge stance if you wanted. 3, 4. So this is a great one again for upper back, right between the shoulder blades, a good posture improver. Again, if you're having any shoulder pain, you can pull lower. It's still going to work through the back just as I want. You might actually hit some better lower back muscles than if the elbow is high. I think this would be an extra one, but that should be number 10. Let's change directions. Now, again, you're going to secure it in place. You notice I didn't even change the distance of my hand. I'm now just retracting it with the other. So it's sort of fine to pull back anywhere from shoulder, chest, or slightly below the chest. All 3 target those traps and rhomboid muscles of the upper back. Good. Let's do 1 more. Good. Facing straight ahead. Band equal and flat on the top of your palms. Glue those elbows in. I always enjoy this one. External rotation, where we pretend we're ripping the band apart. So this pair is all about breaking the band, this imaginary breaking of the band in the middle. So you start to feel it burning, possibly into rotator cuff. If it's really impossible, you let the band become a little looser. right? Getting a bit more range of motion. It's too easy. You tighten the hands up. Let's do one more here. Good. Now flip the knuckles like you're driving a car. So that's a good width to think about, your steering wheel width. You're going to break the band again. Here we go. We pull it apart. Now notice if we're going from the side, my arms are straight the whole time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take those arms up above the head. Widen hands just a tiny bit. I want you to do a nice big lat pull down. These are for the broad muscles of the back. Pull it down. Same feeling like we're breaking it. Breathe up. 2. I always find this one really jacks my heart rate up. And that's because the hands are going above the head. Okay, so if you get that same sort of rush feeling, maybe a lightness of your head, just reminder to breathe out as you pull down. And when you pull down, you're trying to pull it apart. The third one in this category of feeling like we're breaking our band. Let's do one more. Amazing. Shake out those arms. Shake, 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 shake them out. Okay, I'm going to give you about 3 minutes here of a cardio drill, and then we're going to pick up those bands and work those arms again. Okay, so the cardio drill meaning I'm doing some lower body exercises. Okay, each again now about 20 reps. So this is a little bit longer. That's what I'm labeling as cardio. We start with squats. So you're down and you're up. 3. Yeah. Now you might go faster than me, and that is totally fine if you feel like you have lots of energy. It's a good one to get the heart rate up. And again, you don't have to use a lot of space. You don't have to make a ton of noise. Already at halfway. If I am going faster than you at this moment, then that's fine. Okay, if you only get to 15 reps or 14 reps. We're going to pace that you keep your breathing under control and that you feel like you're at a moderate intensity, meaning you can speak a little bit, but you can't have a long-winded conversation. Good. From here, we slide one foot back. We're going to do a nice little swing. 2, maybe like a little bicep curl. So all of these getting that heart rate up just a little bit. Halfway. Let's do 10 more for me. Still on this side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Depth here is your choice. Do one more. Switch those legs. Over we go. So I look down. I can see the tip of my toes, the front of the shoe if I was wearing one. Right? If you can't seem to see your foot at all, maybe it's time to bring those shoulders back. Bring more weight into that back leg. Sometimes you hear a little sounds in the hips or in the knees. No pain, then it is fine. But if you're getting a little bit of joint pain as well, just shrink it up. And again, you are controlling the speed here. So if you're feeling energetic, then you might go a little faster than me. If lunges are not your favorite, you're doing them half the time, that is okay too. Do 2 more. 1 more. Done. Good. Let's go back to wide stance. Okay? Side to side. 3, 4. Now you want to get more heart rate up with this one, you can reach up. Right? Anytime the hands are above the heart, we know that heart rate is going to go up. If above the head is just too hard, but you want to do the arms, you can do them more across. That's another option. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. We got 2 more exercises each. Marching. So again, you might pick the pace. You might pick a bigger arm swing. You want to work it more Pilates style, you're going to slow it down, but make it bigger. High knees are still going to get that cardio happening. You don't have to like run it there if you don't want. And if you got that kind of energy, then of course you could. Okay. While you switch it from a higher knee at the front to more of a ham curl now walk. Work that, activate those back and leg muscles for me for 20 pulls up. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, and 9. And you might put your hands back there, kick up to your hands. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That is our list. Great. Pick up our band again. Round 2 for everything. So we start by standing on that band. First thing we did was upright row, if we remember. So this was the one where the first 2 exercises were anchored with your foot on the band. Now 10 is the number I picked for repetitions because that seems to be a really magical number in weight training. All the research is suggesting you get great muscle strength with 10 reps, as long as that number 9 and number 10 are your end point. You feel exhausted. There it is there for this one, number 10. Switch the feet. If you're not that exhausted by number 10, then it's time to go a little heavier, maybe a thicker band, maybe a couple more repetitions, maybe is all you need to get to that end point. What's great about a band is you can just tighten it up, right? So if you're feeling strong that day, you cinch it up, and 10 reps still could be that magic number to feel fatigued. We're at 8. Breathe out 9. One more. There we go, is 10. Then we did 2 single arm exercises. We started with triceps, and then we did bow and arrow. So tricep lock to our shoulder. Strong press down, 10. I'm notice my wrist up close. I'm keeping it really straight. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Beautiful. Switch it over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soft knees. 7. Straight back. Core is in. The second exercise, that bow and arrow. I'm going to start this way this time. So I'm going to hold my imaginary bow out the front. I'm going to have my hands pretty close together, and I'm going to pull. 2, 3, 4. So squeeze between the shoulder blades. 5. Keep those eyes up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Opposite side for me. 10. So when I switch on this one, I don't make any adjustments. I'm trying to keep my hands on the band at the same spots so that each side here is getting equally worked. And sometimes a problem with one arm drills is when you switch sides, you don't quite hold it the same way, and then one side's getting more work than the other. This is number 10. Good. We did 3 in a row now. The final 3 that we broke the band. Started with equalizing the band out and holding it against our body and externally rotating for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, soft knees, 3, 2, 1. I really feel that in my rotator cuff. Take it out like you're driving your car. Knuckles to the ceiling, straightish elbows. 1. I use the word straight-ish because you just don't want to lock out your elbows, right? That can put a lot of pressure through those elbow joints. 5. Shoulders are relaxed. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. And then we finish with that heart rate elevating one, the lat pull down. Pull down. Big breath in. Pull down. And as I pull down, I'm really trying to pull the band apart. As if, again, I could break it in the middle. 6. Good, good, good. 7, 8, 9. Yes, you can feel it through the whole arms and back. 10. Band goes down. One last round of that cardio / lower body work for this workout. So we're squatting. 2. Now, if you're really energetic, there's lots of research to support small jumps, impact work for osteoporosis reduction. So the research is sort of uncertain if it's been heavy weight training or impact work. So if you could even just add little things like that, it doesn't have to be super hard, but it's that sort of pounding onto the bones of the lower body there that help build more bone. So another option to adjust the squats. Do one more, and we slid one leg back. We had our lunges. We had a little arm swings. That might help get the cardio happening more. If you find that's kind of putting pressure through the knee joints, maybe some sort of momentum is happening, then just cut the arms out, focus on the legs. We're already at 10 or halfway. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, so close. 17, straight back. 18, 19, and 20. We'll do this one from the side just so you can see it from a different angle, but you got 20 on side 2. Straight back, eyes are up. So I'm trying to provide a full and balanced workout here. We've got our resistance training. We have elements of cardiovascular work. We've got elements of stretching we did at the beginning. We've been constantly reminding you about using your core for balance in a standing and functional way. 13, last 7 now, 14. Remember, you can add those arms if you haven't already. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We went wide with the next one. We had our 1, 2, good, breathe. 16, 17, 18, 19. We finished. I'm going to do a bit slower, but that march, we don't even do like an elbow to knee thing. If you're really wanting some more functional core, okay, that's a great option. If you're like, no, I want to get a good heart rate up, then it would be a little faster. Again, if you're thinking about impact, right, building that bone health. So 2 more. From here, we went to ham curl walk. So up behind, up behind, up behind. You got a little bicep curl if you wanted. 3, 5. Really squeeze the back of the leg though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Take a big breath in. Let it go. Make sure your heart rate is slowing down. Maybe do that one more time. Maybe you need to walk a little slower. Have those ham curl walks. Drink some water. Make your way onto your mat. Lie down if it's comfortable, or you have the space. This last little segment here, just 3 abdominal exercises. 1 for upper abdominal muscles, 1 for those obliques, and 1 for the lowest section. So for upper abdominals, I will always recommend working a crunch. So let's start here with 10 crunches. This is a form of resistance training. What we'll do is we'll go through this list of 3 exercises just 2 times, okay? Just like we did the other resistance training and the cardio. But because the blood will now shunt towards our abdomen, it's best to put this always near the end of the workout or the start, but not get up and down off the floor. Let's do 1 more. Good. For the obliques, let's bring those legs up, squeeze them together, and then let's do a twist crunch. Let's go from one side to the other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Return the head to the floor. Put your hands on your abdomen so you feel like it's firm and working, and then tap the end of the mat. This is my go-to one for myself when I want to work through that low belly. Back, I'm trying to keep nice and still on the floor, no moving. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet back on the floor, hands 1 more time behind the head. Here we go through that list 1 last time. There's 10 crunches. 2, 4. Make that lift smooth. 8, 9, 10. Let's lift the legs up, squeeze them together, and twist for 10, 9, 8, 7. Now you can pull those knees in closer, maybe to touch them. And sometimes as I pull the knees in, even a micro amount, I feel lots more work across the core. So it's a nice little add-on. Good. And then head down, finishing with those double toe taps. Now, if you find your back is arching, you're just not able to support this, tap closer to your bum. Okay. Or don't even tap, just sort of fake it. Neck is long. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Stretch your arms and your legs long. Take a couple good deep breaths in. Good. Bring one leg in, wrap your hand behind it. The thing that always seems to get tight in me is my hamstring. Circle the ankle though, right? We started with that dynamic stretch. We're finishing our class with it. Circle the ankle the other way. And bring that foot down. And let's do the opposite side, extending and circling. Again, sometimes my ankles make lots of noises. Generally, I have no pain with that, just the sound of sort of the tendons change directions. And the knees down. Let's take those knees just to one side and our arms the opposite way. That gives our whole back, our pec, our shoulder a good stretch. Take a couple good breaths into the belly. That's really how we're going to elongate the torso. And then slowly take those knees to the opposite side. Good class. Take the arm back over. Press yourself up. As you come to a comfortable seated or even a standing position, just roll out those shoulders. Make sure you drink some water later. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.